Looking for a more challenging puzzle that is easy to make? You may need a few extra props to make a unique puzzle that fits in your game without spending a ton of money. This special two-part puzzle makes that possible. In day 23, I'm going to show you another way you can make the put in order and put in place puzzle for your DIY escape room. My name is Celeste and I am the owner-operator of Escape from Reality by Golden Key Games. And this is day 23 of your 31 days of puzzles for your DIY escape game. In this video, I'm going to show you a unique puzzle in which the players have to put a set of objects in a certain order and a certain place to get a code. In the last two videos, I showed you the put in order and the put in place puzzle. Here, I'm talking about putting those two together to make a more challenging puzzle. This is the second video I've made about this type in this series. For this puzzle, the players either have already or they find a set of objects, and then they have to figure out what order to put those objects in and what place to put those. Both of those parts have to be correct to get the code. Here's an example of how I did that in my escape room. In a past Christmas game, I had these reindeer ducks, and I had all 9 of them. I wrote numbers on the back, on their tails there, because there was already some writing on the bottom, so I wrote something on the back of each of them, numbers, and then I put their names on the front. So this one is Rudolph, and then here I've got Cupid and Vixen. I also made this thing out of wood. So it was a nice little wooden shelf that I had made for another game, but I glued these blocks in and it made these 9 perfect little spaces to put all of the reindeer in. And then I just put in a thing for called it the North Pole Stables. I've done this puzzle a couple different ways. And one way you could do it is you could have the stables hidden somewhere where they find the reindeer first, and then they know when they see the stable, they open something and see the stables, they put the reindeer in them. Or I have had the stables sitting on a shelf out in the open the whole time, and then they find the reindeer and have to put them in there. At some point they have to figure out what order the reindeer go in. To keep it simple, I put it in the order of the song with Rudolph first. One year I did it with Rudolph last. But either way, I found something to kind of remind them what the order of the reindeer are in the song. One year I played the song. Another year I just had it in lyrics and just written out in a book. The trick to this one is they had to put them in place to realize which ones were going to give them the code. And for these stables, I used the top 4. I could have just as easily used the bottom 5. So however you like to make your puzzle, you can just get creative. So that's another way to make a put in order and put in place puzzle for your DIY escape room. If you're liking our 31 days of puzzles, subscribe to our channel and so you can get notifications of upcoming videos.